You're tuned in to DJNTV Live with your host, Brian S. Red.
Hey guys, welcome to another Tuesday night. It's been a while. I'm here with my co-host tonight, Howie, Darkstar. What's up,
Hello,
Howie?
everybody.
We're gonna just hang out and talk about a few things for about a half hour. And for those of you who are live watching this or in the hangout, hang out afterward. We're gonna just kind of chill like we always do, but we're gonna do a solid half hour of stuff for the rest of the world to watch.
Sounds good. You had the first topic. What do you got?
Well, I guess I want to go ahead and talk about a video that I shot the other day in regards to R. Kelly. And maybe expand on this a little bit. I think a lot of people got the wrong idea on the video, and I thought maybe it was worth mentioning today on the show.
Yeah, you had quite a few views on that and a lot of comments.
A lot of opinions on it, too.
A lot of opinions, yeah.
Right. And look, it doesn't, in the video, I just want to make it clear, for those of you who saw it or even know what I'm talking about, maybe we should talk about what's going on first, then we can talk about the video.
Sounds good.
That the thing to do? Lifetime released a 6-part docuseries called Surviving R. Kelly. I don't know if it was last week or this weekend or when it was, very recently. And there are a lot of people stepping forward talking about some of the sexual assault things he's done. There's been some accusations of pedophilia, all kinds of things. And for those of you who haven't been living under a rock for the last 20 years, this is nothing new. We've heard about this stuff in the news, but nothing really came of it. But now, here we are. This docuseries is out. People are coming forward. They're speaking, and we are in the middle of Me Too right now. So, yeah. And in fact, I heard today on the news that Illinois, the courts are saying, hey, if anybody has had a problem with this, please step forward. I think they might reopen some stuff on this.
Right. I actually watched it myself.
Okay. I haven't. I have not watched it.
Wow. It's going to be huge.
The thing that I almost did the video on purpose, not watching it. And the reason I did was because all I really wanted to talk about was, as DJs, how should we handle this? It wasn't about what I thought of R. Kelly. It wasn't about my opinion on whether I think this or that should happen to him, or even if he did anything. Point being is, you watched it, you're shocked, and you're saying, wow. So what I'm really talking about here, whether it be R. Kelly or Gary Glitter or Michael Jackson or anybody else who's done some naughty things, how do we handle this in the court of public opinion as DJs? That's the only thing I was really trying to bring to the table.
Yeah, I agreed with you, and that's my position, is to just let it go. And what you said is check with the client if it's okay to play it.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, I'm going to let it ride. I mean, without going into a music reference like Michael Jackson or anybody else, I can think of something like Kevin Spacey's out there right now, okay?
Right.
Now, if we could suspend disbelief, okay, and I'm going to tell you what Kevin Spacey is accused of is some horrible, nasty stuff by people, but you know what? One of my favorite movies of all time is what was that with the now I can't think of it, where he played the cripple guy.
You got me. It's a Kevin Spacey movie at any rate.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's your favorite. You can't remember it.
Anyway, yeah. One of my I'm having a brain fart. But what it is that I'm able to separate the art from the person.
Oh, sure.
And
we're going through this with anything that Harvey Weinstein produced. I mean, I'm watching movies,
right?
Just chilling out, watching an old movie on cable, and right there on the screen of the opening credits, produced by And it tells you, right? It's like, whoa, you know, it's just weird to see that. And I get that. And we had with Bill Cosby and O.J. Simpson and all of these people. And again, it's not a matter of should we blacklist them. I'm not suggesting that. I'm
Right.
not at all. The only thing I was trying to kind of provoke as far as thought goes in that video was, how do we handle it? Because there are some people out there who are actually, you know, just absolutely appalled by what's going on. And if they heard an R. Kelly song, they might say, oh my God, I can't believe this guy is playing this artist or endorsing this artist. You know, on one hand, it's not a big deal. It's not like we're broadcasters where with music where we're like paying royalties for every song we play. No, it's a private performance for the most part. Or ASCAP and BMI is being paid, and they're not keeping track of what we're playing, so whatever. But yeah, it's just, you know, err on the side of caution is all I'm trying to do, and which is what I try to do with anything that's controversial like that.
Exactly. And I think that goes back to your theory of empathy that you mentioned so often. We must, you know, we've put ourselves in that position. And I myself, I'm a survivor from something in my childhood. Now, can you imagine playing that song and someone is going through some post-traumatic stress because they may have watched that and it's in the news? I think you're right. Err on the side of caution and let this thing pass and take its own course. That's just my opinion.
Right. I mean, you know, and there was, I don't know, the Michael Jackson thing for a minute was a little iffy, you know. It was like, oh, should I play Michael Jackson? I didn't really mind doing it at adult parties, but especially kids' parties, I was really cautious about it. And, you know, Billie Jean's a staple, Thriller's a staple, all this stuff. But still, for a minute, I was cautious about it. It seemed like after he died, all bets were off. It didn't matter. You know, whatever.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when I played Billie Jean, I played that at the Christmas party. Dance floor was full. Yeah. You know, always forget. It's just time. It just took time.
Yeah, and this isn't, again, I don't want to say that I am looking the other way, because I'm not. I have my own opinions on this stuff. This is, you know, I mean, I've had these opinions not because of this documentary that I've obviously never watched. How can I have an opinion on that? But from what I've heard about the guy and what I know about the guy, I have my own feelings about him. But when it comes to me being the professional DJ, it's a little different. And it's not about me or how I feel. It never was about me or how I feel. It's about just giving the clients what they want or what they don't want. You know, that's all it is. And I'm just like, hey, be aware that this is going on right now. And some people are like, what are you talking about? What's going on with R. Kelly? What happened? They didn't even know that this was happening. And
yeah, one of the people that did respond to you said, I didn't even know about it. I'm thinking, where have you been? I mean, even before the docudrama was out, or docuseries, it was in the public domain for years.
Years and years and years. And there was one person actually that made a comment. I don't know if it was on in the Facebook link that I posted, or one of them that I posted, or if it was on YouTube, that we're kind of like, hey, this doesn't matter. We're professionals. Just play it. You got to separate the art from the music, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about hours later, they took it upon themselves to watch the documentary, which, again, I haven't done yet. And they're making posts on Facebook openly like, oh, my God, I can't believe this. I'm never going to play this guy again, after they watched it.
Well, you know, that's interesting, because I haven't made a judgment, although what's alleged is disgusting, but he actually went to trial and was found innocent.
Sure.
So, hey.
And I'm not, who's trying to be judge and jury here? I'm not.
Not me.
Again, you know.
But I want to be sensitive to people's feelings.
Yeah. You know, this reminds me a bit of last month with Baby It's Cold Outside.
Oh, yes.
But everybody lost their shit over that song. And it was like, are you kidding me? It sounded ridiculous to me. I mean, I consider myself a feminist. All right, I'll just say it. I really do. But that just seemed odd to me. And, that people were outraged about this. And I don't think many people were actually outraged about this. I think the radio station was just, again, trying to err on the side of caution and not do it. But there were people out there, as soon as this broke, who made it a point to play Baby It's Cold Outside at an event because of the controversy. They made a point of it. There were DJs who were saying, yeah, I'm playing it because no Snowflake's going to take that song away from me. It's a great classic, all the stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, great. And I don't know that anybody's really upset about it in the first place, but why would you play something with the intention of maybe upsetting someone? Why would you do that?
I saw the same comments, and it just tells me an awful lot about the person when they're name calling like the Snowflakes, and I'm going to play it to be a rebel. Wow.
It's not about...
You're a rebel.
This is not about me. This is not about how I feel about it. It's just like, no, this is dumb. This is...
Right.
I'm only trying to get empathy. It's said, whether I agree with it or not, it doesn't matter. And the story that I tell on this is that, okay, so my daughter's 21. So if you go back like 12 years or whatever, Crank That Soulja Boy was the song, right? And I know what that song's about, right? Yet little kids loved it because he said Superman in the song. So the little kids had to dance for it. But I had my own moral issues about playing it at an elementary school. It just didn't seem like the thing to do. And the parents would get angry with me because I didn't play it. It's like, okay, well, you do know what this song's about. I don't care. It says Superman in it, and it's little, whatever his name is. I don't know. What's a weird new age name that I don't know. Like Jordan. This is Jordan's favorite song, and you have to play it. And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. I'm trying to have empathy as a parent because I have a child, yet you don't care. You want this song anyway. The rest of the school wants it anyway. You know what? I'm done trying to inject my personal morality into this. Mm-hmm. It's over. I'm not trying to reason this out anymore and help anybody. Whatever you want is what you get. That's how it goes with my client. I don't care what it is. If that's what they want, that's what they get. The only thing that would probably buckle on would be a lot of unedited contemporary music that, I'd rather play the radio edits of things.
I've never had a complaint where somebody said, how come you played the radio version?
I've had it a couple times, but...
Did you really?
Yeah. It's usually a late at night thing. It's always with a hip hop track. I think they're used to hearing the unedited version, perhaps because they bought the CD or downloaded it or whatever.
Or Spotify, they play the explicit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, that's kind of a neither here nor there thing. It's just, whatever they want, they get. I'm done trying to help.
Yeah.
Be thoughtful on this. You want it, you got it. Whatever you want to do. But I will consult if I see a red flag. And right now, R. Kelly to me is a red flag. It's not banned.
Right.
It's just a red flag. That's all. Yeah. It's just
I'm with you. Let's just give it time.
Yeah. So I guess we beat that into the ground. I just wanted to get it out there.
All right. I know I've been getting a lot of messages. Everybody wants to know, what did I do with my $500 winnings from NLFX? I got to tell you, I was bad. I was really bad.
It depends on what you bought.
Well, I actually bought the Pocket Pros. And
really?
Yes, I got the Pocket Pros, but I also bought the Hex Pars. I bought another My DMX 3.0, and I bought 2 of the original Deckers to do the simulated mirror ball effect.
Howie.
So I wound
Howie,
up.
hold on a second. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop. Howie, listen to me. You're a good guy, but you're getting old because I can tell you right now that you cannot buy all that stuff for $500.
That was my point. Was I won 500 and spent 1,000. So it was a gateway drug. They wrote me in. They said, "Here, first one's free," and then I wound up spending another 500 over the top of it.
Yeah. Hey, kid, check this out.
I'll give you one guess where the DMX LZR is headed.
Uh-oh.
Okay, everybody, please mute your mics so we can finish this show, and then we'll open up to everyone. Thank you. Okay. So anyway, what John asked me to do is to let you know that as of right now, there's a second contest going on, and the grand prize is going to be a brand new wireless microphone, most likely an EV. So it's going to be a top of the line thing.
I do know that Mike Duchot told me a long time ago that there's wireless microphones that are going to be coming out in January from Electric Voice. That was a long time ago.
Yeah. So get your tips videos in between now and the end of March, and end of March is going to be the drawing for it, and it's randomly generated. So just anybody that saw the live drawing, anybody could win. I actually I think I put in 6 videos, and Jay had 9 videos. And
Really?
And yeah, John pointed it out to me that he said, Howie, if you had decided not to put that last video in, Jay would have been number 13 and he would have won.
Wow.
So,
wow.
So if you've got a tip, an original idea, anything that can help other DJs, by all means. It doesn't have to be Hollywood. Look at me. I mean, I look like crap here, but I won.
So when the contest starts out, it ends when?
He said the content, you can start sending
right
the
now.
videos in right now.
Okay.
And it will be the first quarter, so the drawing will be in March.
Oh.
So you guys have you have a few months to put together something nice, and there's, I'll tell you what, there were some really, really good tips in there, that were, as Brian says, punk videos, but hey, it's communication. I got some good ideas from that stuff.
The punk videos are something that I've always kind of really believed in, because, I mean, I don't know. When you get a thought, get it out there. There are a lot of folks out there who do some beautiful, polished videos. They take their time on them, they edit them, they script them. I'm not that guy. I have a thought, or I want to help somebody, and I just do like the crummiest, worst video that I'm actually, over the 12 years of doing this, you get okay at it.
Yeah.
You do get okay, Is it Spielberg? No, but you get okay.
Yeah, I can tell. When you first wrote me into the DJ Video Cave, I went back and looked at your pinned post, and the very first video I did, I was like, oh my God. I mean, like, I can notice that just doing that in a safe place that's a closed group has made me a lot better at being able to get the message across and look halfway decent.
Yeah. Dave says, I'm more Ed Wood than Spielberg. I'm definitely very Ed Wood. I'm very Ed Wood. How we've got like 10 minutes here. Why don't we go ahead and in the chat? So we'll open up some questions. If anybody has a question,
let's take some questions. We'll take some questions for 10 minutes, and then we'll open it up to you guys, and you can...
we can turn mics on and have fun after that, after this recorded bit is over. But if you have a question or something you would like us to talk about while we're still here doing the recorded version of this, let us know, and we'll do that. So I'll keep an eye on that. I'm looking at the chat right now. But let's go ahead and give a shout out to who is joining us right now. I see Hunter Harrison. I see, of course, Jimmy DePalma. He's lucky he's not short. Otherwise, I'd be calling him Louis De Palma. And I don't know if he got that joke or not, but I threw that on the other day. Little taxi reference there. DJ Sean D. We have, of course, Dave Clevenger, my homeboy from Richmond, but he don't live there no more.
Dave's always with us.
Dave's not here. No, Dave's here. Dave is definitely here.
Yep. Well, I can tell you something. I don't see a question yet, but something what Jimmy is way ahead of me, but what I'm going to do to get my $500 back that I overspent is I'm selling off my Mega Tripod Profile Pluses, and I can get $50 for those things all day long. So I'm going to sell 10 of them. Jimmy sold off his old Gator cases, rack cases from the old analog days.
Yeah.
And that's how he paid for some of his new gear this year.
You know, I usually just end up giving things away to my local friends. I shouldn't say that in a broadcast, but I do.
Oh, I've given my fair share.
Just take it. Yeah. Just take it. Just go. Get it out of my house. Take it. Somebody asked a question. Gregory Wiggs asked, what format do I rip my CDs to MP3? Or what? Do I rip my CDs to MP3 or what? That's the question. So when I'm ripping a CD, which I haven't done in a long time, how do I do it? I do it in MP3 and I do it in 320K. That's kind of my rule. That's good enough for me. A lot of people want WAV or FLAC or whatever. 320 MP3 is good enough for me, and that's usually what ends up happening when I rip stuff. That's what I do.
That's a great question. That came up today. I was talking with Lou Paris about that today.
Yeah.
And what I do is, because hard drives are so cheap, I think I got a 4 terabyte hard drive for 130, 140 bucks.
Sure.
So when I'm ripping the CDs, because I'm like a cop that can't pass a donut shop, if I see a thrift store, I'm in there in the vinyl section or the CDs. And because I have the storage and I have so many of them and they're so cheap, I do the lossless just for my own pleasure listening, if that's a CD I really dig. Mm-hmm. And then I do the 320 MP3.
Right on.
That's how I do it.
Yeah, it's just hard. It's like that's what I've been doing with my collection for many, many years, and for me to all of a sudden swap formats.
Well, no, like I said, but that one particular hard drive with the lossless, that doesn't go out. That's just for at home.
That's for you. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah. We have any other questions in there?
Oh, just some comments here. Cool. That's what Gregory's been doing. Somebody says, I can't tell the difference between 320 and FLAC and pop music. At least it's already compressed. And that's kind of where I'm at on it, especially when, on some of the CDs, some of the older CDs, the compression isn't there, and I get a little bit of noise. But it's good enough for me. It really is.
I'll tell you what I noticed when I had to buy some songs for a wedding from Amazon and do the download, that was only $2.92.
Really?
Yeah, but it sounded okay. So yeah, that the digital, the streaming, I can't see how they could stream in 320 anyway. So, but yeah, if given the choice, I will rip to 320.
It should be 320 on Amazon. I think my stuff is 320 off Amazon. I don't know if you can adjust that or what in the downloader, but my preference has been 320 on there.
I'll have to go in and look, because I went back. Yeah, the last wedding I had, I was like, what is this? It should have been 320.
Stas saying it should be 320 on Amazon, and I think he's right. It just depends on what your preference is, so you can change that.
So I must have not checked the right box, and then.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. I mean, if you don't, make your. I mean, and this was years ago when I, chose those preferences, and I haven't had to change them, but I'm pretty confident there's somewhere in there that you can do that with. So. Yeah, it's good enough for me, and you know, geez, we've had this conversation, or I've had this, I've talked about this, I guess, where, you know, all the new stuff that comes in from the record pools, it's good 320 stuff that I get. I mean, I can get it in Wave or whatever I want. But my gosh, you know, I haven't had to grab a new track in a long time. It's all been going back and getting old tracks, if anything else.
Yeah, I can honestly say there's very, very few in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, I think one of the ones I played the most, believe it or not, was Radioactive by
The Firm?
Imagine Dragons. That's the last, like, requested of anything, you know. I mean, I got requests for God's Plan, but to me, that's like, I'm kind of tired of the
it's down tempo,
80 beats per minute stuff. Come on, let's get back to 120 and up. Come on, guys.
Well, I think our audiences hear songs that they like, and so they say, hey, I like this song, I'd like to hear it, but what they don't realize is they can't move to it. It's listening music.
They can't, and they don't.
No, they can't. I mean, that was always the problem at schools. And I'll have people come up and ask for things at events that I do where I'm trying to keep it up tempo. And they're like, hey, you got Dead and Gone. And I'm like, oh, my God. Really?
or you run into kids like I was when I was a teenager. Yeah, play some of that grinding music. I want to ask the girl.
I was really trying to get the mood up. I was trying to get the BPM up and the tempo up on New Year's. You know, I was working really hard to do that. And this guy comes up, he's like, "Oh my God, you got to play Perfect by Ed Sheeran." I'm like, "Oh no, oh no." What am I going to do? It's like the one request I've got for a song that's like less than 2 years old. I can't tell them no, but God, I got to start all over again. And that's just how it goes. Well, I don't know. That's close enough for half an hour for me.
That sounds good to me.
So thank you all for tuning in. And if you're here at the live hangout, don't go anywhere because we're not going to go anywhere. We're just cutting this so John can throw it up on YouTube or whatever. So everybody wave. If you got your camera on, wave. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you very much.